I mean, it wasn't nothing major. I probably could have got a little more, but if anyone's ever heard the saying, pigs get fat, hogs get slaughtered, okay, I don't know if any of y'all ever heard that, but it's true. Pigs get fat, hogs get slaughtered. If you don't know what that means, I'm about to explain to you what pigs get fat, hogs get slaughtered means. Basically, if you're a pig, you eat a little bit, you don't get fat, and you don't end up going to the slaughterhouse to end up in somebody's stomach, a human stomach. But a hog, what a hog does is he keeps eating all that food and fucking fattens himself up real nice. And then, after he fattens himself real nice, he gets moved to the slaughterhouse. And then after he gets moved to the slaughterhouse, he ends up in yours or mine's, if you eat meat, stomach. So that's what the hogs get fat and pigs, or pigs get fat and hogs get slaughtered mean. Because once that pig comes, he stays alive. He eats a little bit. He don't eat all the food there, so he doesn't fatten himself up and he doesn't go off to the slaughterhouse to go in somebody's stomach. But a hog, here's what the hog does. He eats all the food, and he tries to even eat the pig's food, and he fattens up until he's so fat, he's off to the slaughterhouse, and he's got slaughtered, and then he's in our stomachs. While the pig didn't eat a lot of food. He's still skinny, still sitting at the farm living pretty. Anyways, so the review, okay, I'm gonna put their name on here. They wrecked. I was trying to be fair. They wrecked. It wasn't a major issue, but it caused me to miss a whole entire day of helping where I'm supposed to be at helping right now. It caused me a lot of headache. I was out in the cold, and I even got myself sick. You know, I mean, I could have just, like, parked it up, but then I ended up having another issue, which caused me to take off the hood in the middle of the night in a dark street as I was trying to figure out, you know, what was going on, which I come to find out the mass airflow sensor, or whatever it is, the airflow sensor that's there that connects under the air cleaner. So that sensor there tells that computer there how to run the car. So I went there yesterday. The dad wasn't there. It was just his son. And so I was like, hey, come out, check the oil. Because, like, and my antifreeze. Because, like, it caused an issue. That not being hooked up. After I got it hooked up, ran perfect. So where we're at right now with the review, I'm going to put the name out there in a minute. And I will suggest only for mechanic work on performance cars. I wouldn't suggest this place. I mean, if you got, like, say, like, one of those Lincolns or, you know, any other car, even if you do got an average car, I would suggest them, like, if you got an engine leak, like, for instance, say, on your manifold, or even if you got, like, say, a 2017 Chrysler 200 that, a lot of those Chryslers, the newer body style, the rockers, the lifters that opens and close the valve, they go bad. And what ends up happening is they give you a tick. You can hear a tick, 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 tick. So I would suggest them for that type of work also, because I saw them doing a job. They've been there 12 years, the place, you know. You know, sometimes you just gotta take a chance and hope somebody's good. You know, you don't want to take a chance with a fly-by-night person, because those fly-by-night people, they do crap work. They do that mechanical work and then they disappear and you can never find them again. And even if you try hunting them down, like this guy that's got my freaking headliner, what the hell is he honking at? Anyways, like this guy that's got my headliner, what was I saying? So the guy that's got my headliner, what do you call it? Where was I going with that? That guy distracted me. Okay, now I remember where I was going with that. Of course, everyone changed lanes, and the lanes I'm trying to change into. But anyway, so, where'd I leave off at? I already talked, oh, the review of the place. So, okay. So the son was there yesterday. His dad wasn't. I mean, his son doesn't own the business. His dad does. So I was like, all right, well, check it out. You know, I was sitting waiting for something to happen, and, you know, something ended up happening. I was outside the place idling for like 45 minutes, waiting for something to happen until it finally did. So once that thing happened, that's when I shut off the engine and went inside. You see the temperature now that I had a massive oil leak on my manifold. So here's what they did. They, on the top center of the manifold, I had oil, and not only the manifold, the ignition coil at the back of the engine, that gasket, and the gasket on the back of the manifold were, after 11 years of sitting out. Honestly, I'm surprised those gaskets, after sitting for 11 winters and 11 cold 11 cold winters and 11 hot summers, untouched, unstarted, outside in the elements, I'm surprised they lasted, because this whole project started back on about December 29th, and sure enough, I got the New Year's I wanted. I was driving this for New Year's Day. I mean, it wasn't quite right, but, ooh, he's right in that shoulder, that cop. But anyways, he's on that shoulder. Anyways, so I went there yesterday. We took off the hood. I was like, hey man, because of what happened last night, I lost some coolant. So we got everything undone, opened it up. I was trying to think, okay, I could have brought it back, but it was the middle of the night. I had to go pick up my lady, and I didn't even, you should always double check. Even if the place has been there like 12 years, always double check your work, especially on mechanics. If you're not there watching them do it, I have my real good friend, we'll just refer to him as Cheesy Nacho, cheese, chips, that guy. So yeah, he, and I even told him the other day, I was like, hey man, I appreciate it, because I had all this going on, and so I just went over there and asked him. And I thought about it, because the place that did these up here, I was with them on day one, but I was like, hey man, I just want to be here just to make sure everything's right, because nobody knows their car, especially a car like this, better than the person who drives it every day. It's kind of like one of those things, you take your car to a mechanic shop, and then when you take it there, you know all the problems, but when you take it to that mechanic shop, the problem ain't happening. The problem disappears. So that's why, and it's, it's a weird thing to request too. I don't I've never even had anyone ask that, I don't think I've ever heard anyone ask that, hey, can I just be there and hang out just to make sure, everything's right? You don't want to insult the mechanic and be like, I just want to make sure everything right. It's just a matter of, the person who driving the car every day, they know the car better than the mechanic. So they did a good job. I don't got any oil leak so far. So far the work seems good. Back to what I was getting at, they didn't hook up the mass airflow sensor there, the air cleaner. So that's why I was revving all crazy. Now the revvings are starting to level out. The computer is probably still doing a relearn. I probably need to make it relearn again. And also, when I left the place, I had to change the header gasket on that side. I didn't change this side, and I never knew this. Sometimes I guess because of just how the engine shakes once in a while. And like this thing right here, this little Allen key thing that held in the radio, that was tight when I first started driving the car in December. It was just loose the other day. I was just playing with it, and I was like, oh crap, that's loose. Asshole, give me my damn faceplate back. That was like 16 years ago. Anyways, I gotta get it. Hey, I got an idea. If any radio companies see my video and want to send me one of them cool radios, because this one had a TV screen in it, it was that big. If any of you guys want to send something out like that, I got 370 subscribers. If I'll advertise it, and I'll even put your sticker with your website or whatever, I'll put that on the car. And I'll test out the radio and I'll make videos on it and that. If you get someone out there that makes, these and if you do see this, the type of person that makes this video, that watches this video and wants to send me something like this, just one thing, make sure I'll just be happy. It'd be nice if it had a CD player, because I got some CDs, and it would be nice if it had a good little size TV screen where I could watch YouTube on right here. or plop in a DVD. This one's actually, I can play DVDs on it. Not Blu-ray, regular DVDs, but it's still DVDs. And I got a bunch of CDs right here. But anyways, so they did a good job. So when I was there checking it with his son yesterday, we saw the belt. The belt was ready to snap. And I'm surprised that's from December 29th till yesterday. That belt held up. After sitting outside for 11 winters and 11 summers, it finally got the best of it. And I kind of think the belt, too, was for part of my issues of not running right. Oh, look, the turn signal's working today. My speedometer is not. I know my speed. I think I got to go push the speed sensor back in under the car. Hit the thumbs up, whoever watches this. It helps other people. It helps the YouTube algorithm make other people see the video. So thumbs up the video. And subscribe. If you don't want to subscribe, just check back in for updates. So the name of the place, you can look them up. They're called Bill and Son. They're near O'Hare Airport. They're like by Bensonville. They're right on the very corner, so it's his dad, his son, and then some other guy that works there too. So the reason that issue ended up happening was, I guess the dad took it apart, the son put it back together, and he didn't know that was connected under there. So so I went there today. I was like, when we were checking the shit with his son yesterday, we noticed the belt was about to break. So I figure, the problem's fixed, but you gave me a night of hell, so we got to do something to rectify this. I mean, I probably could have got a little more, but again, back to the saying of pigs get fat, hogs get slaughtered, and they might not even get anything done if you're trying to be a hog, especially if it's the first time you're doing business with somebody. So I didn't want to be a hog, so, man, that heat feels good. Anyways, yeah, so the name of the place is Bill and Son. If you got like a muscle car or a fast car, and I wouldn't suggest them for body work. I mean, if you need body work, hit me up. I got you all on the body work, anyone watching these videos. But if you need body work, oh wait, let's see if I can turn on the live chat. People are tuning in. It's about time. Hey, if you guys want to comment, I got my live chat turned on, so comment. Thank you. Thank you, 3 people watching. Hey, what's up, all 3 of you? What's up? Thank you. Give it a thumbs up, the video. I don't got any thumbs up on it yet. So you got to watch the video from the beginning. It's about 12 minutes and 54 seconds in. I explained a lot. I'm not re-explaining it, but they do good work. The name of the places, I would only go there for mechanical work. Even on newer cars, like say for instance, you got like, a Chrysler that has the rocker heads ready to go. They $500, all of the rocker heads. I had other places quote me like freaking like this one place wanted it like bare minimum $1,000 for what this place would do for $500, and they do good work. The only reason this incident happened was because the dad took the thing apart, but the son didn't. So I went there today. We found out yesterday my belt was about to break, so I was like, look man, I'm in a hurry, I'm in pain, I just here, the problem's fixed, I get it, it's nothing that major. Luckily nothing got screwed up, especially when I got hot, because I got hot that day. But luckily I got a hole in my coolant bottle, so as soon as I started getting hot, I saw it shoot out and I saw some steam, and I immediately shut it off, so I caught it in time before I did any damage. That hole in my coolant bottle actually saved me. I think that hole in that coolant bottle too might be also a slight issue with the running procedure, and also, so they do good work, but I should have been there on day 2, and I should have explained to them what I said in the beginning of the video. But yeah, so Bill and Son, look them up for mechanical work. They do good mechanical work. If you need body work, hit me up. Or if you have an accident, hit me up. But other than that, yeah, I mean, they do good work. I mean, I don't got any leaks so far. I don't want to jump the gun, though. I got to check it still and make sure there's no, leaks still. But from the most part, from what I've seen, the major oil leak is fixed. And here we are. But they turned down my distributor, or they turned down the distributor in power or whatever. So the car's, I guess he said I had it turned up to like 30 or 40. He turned it down to stock 6, which I see. That's another reason. That was on day 2. That's why I like being there when mechanical work is done to a car, because then I could have said no, leave it where it's at. But they set it at a stock setting. I don't want it at a stock setting because I can't drift now. It sounds good though. They did the exhaust on bottom. I'm no longer killing myself from carbon monoxide. I changed that header there that was leaking. I don't think this side's really leaking. They said it was, but they also didn't realize one other thing. But they're still good. They do good for the job that they were told to do. They did good. And I told him, like, man, my car's not squealing the tires when I floor it anymore. He's like, yeah, you know, he's like, he basically thought it was an accident where it was at. It was turned up to like 30 or 40 or 60. He said it's supposed to be at 6. So he turned it down, and he's like, yeah, that's probably why you don't got the same power. So he's like, I would have did it for you now, but he's kind of busy and that. And I was like, I got somewhere I gotta be. I don't know if it's even pointless for me coming here or not, but I'll find out in a minute. This video's about to end. Like, subscribe, share. That's it.